I think there's a lot of proof now how much we need those connections, how much we need people around us. So that's really important, just for both parties to feel connected. I mean, isolation, I think, is such a big thing for people. And so a lot of people I've talked to have been through, friends I've made who've gone through dementia within their lives have said lockdown isn't the first time they did it. We've done it before, because you might not be able to get out, you might not be able to do things. Having people disappearing out of your life, so forced through lockdown, but with dementia, similar things, people do tend to fade away. And I think a lot of it is they're just not sure how to cope. So, and are they going to say the wrong thing? Are they going to do the wrong thing? Are they going to cause a problem? Are they frightened of what's going to happen? So I think encouraging friends to maybe dementia friends sessions or something similar, or just be very frank, very honest with them and talk about what's going on. But also the practical support. Can someone sit with your loved one for a little while? I think a lot of people think about that at the end of the time when you can't leave them at all. But actually, right from the beginning, you start worrying about what's going on when you're not there. So maybe if you just get into that habit of someone coming and sitting regularly and chatting with your loved one, they then kind of understand what's going on. They join the journey with you. So it's not sudden shock of, oh, someone's changed a lot. They get to know what's going on. And then as things progress, it's not sudden shock of, oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was that bad, or I don't know what to do. But a big one is the preparation, because I think if you don't spend time with or people don't spend time with the person that's got dementia in the early stages, it can be a sudden shock if they then need to come and help later on. I think for the carer and the person with dementia, having the trust and having the confidence to ask for help and realizing it's not going to preempt something like, suddenly, oh no, okay, well, this isn't working, we're going to take someone away. It's you're asking for help just to keep you going. Really important, I think, is younger generations are much more tech savvy than the older ones. So if you think about the reminiscence work, there might be old photographs that exist that are a bit scruffy or a bit small, so someone can't quite see. If someone younger who's got all that tech knowledge and maybe the gadgets or access to them at college or somewhere, can maybe scan photographs in, clean them up a bit, and then maybe help put them together in a kind of reminiscence book. And it can help to have maybe little stories in there or some key things, so that if you're starting early enough and you actually talk through the stories behind pictures. I was lucky I could do that with Mum, and we created memory books where I actually just had big pictures that were blank so Mum could look at them. But because I did some time teaching, I actually came up with like the teacher's copy. It had all the little clues. So if it was someone else sitting with her, or if she had gone into a home, they would have known the subject matter. So they had some pets that had some very inappropriate names. I won't discuss them now, but we put little bits about the names of these pets and how inappropriate they were. And apparently that was one of the best ones for the carers, because any carer could go in and start talking about the inappropriate names they'd had for pets or their friends had. And as I say, I think that's really important, that you could get whole families doing that, where people are getting together and creating a book of photographs. And then to go with that, I've started looking at Playlist for Life. So it's a charity that loads of resources on their website where they actually help create a playlist for people. And they've got conversation pages where you can actually think about the different conversations you can have to kind of elicit what people's favorite music is and some of their favorite songs. So potentially an adult child could look at this with the parents, and then the teenagers could go off and use Spotify and things to actually source the songs and put them together, and between them they could work out what the best medium is. And again, there's lots of information about that on the website. But to me, that would be a wonderful multi-generational kind of project that actually, I can produce a disc or a flash drive, whatever it is, for grandma of her favorite songs, and maybe each child could choose a different subject. So if you could link them into the photo book, then you've got two senses coming in when you're actually doing some reminiscence with someone. So if you're looking at like the wedding, Can you work out what songs maybe were around or what songs they used? I mean, what do? I feel hopeless and I feel, helpless. Actually, no, what you can do, and it's something that really speaks to their abilities, but practically it's something that also their parents and grandparents almost certainly won't be able to do as well as they can.